All right, A to Z Sports. We are live at halftime here, recapping. Oh boy, what an ugly first half for the Tennessee Titans. It is
Mm.
13-3. The Cleveland Browns lead the Titans at halftime. Sam Phelan and Jack Gentry talking about this first half. Before we dive into all the action, want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of our partners who are powering the show and making it happen. It's the law offices of Amanda J. Gentry. Amanda J. Gentry, wherever justice demands, Tennessee family and criminal courts in 35 counties in Middle Tennessee. AmandaJGentry.com. BetMGM, use code A to Z 200 and a $10 moneyline wager to get $200 in bonus spends instantly. The Mint Gaming Hall, home of big jackpots and big fun, just 35 minutes north of Nashville, the mintgaming.com. X Golf Nashville, the home of indoor golf in Middle Tennessee. X Golf, play, train, and entertain at xgolfnashville.com. Chim Chimney for all your chimney needs, chim-chimneyinc.com. Adventure Science Center, explore and discover your full family adventure awaits at adventurecsi.org. And Jarrett Fire, HVAC, and Plumbing, keeping your facility comfortable and secure, one inspection at a time. Jack Gentry, 13-3. Cleveland Browns lead the Tennessee Titans at halftime. Your reaction to this? I think we both have a lot of thoughts, and we'll get into a deep dive. But initial thoughts about the Titans' first half.
It was ugly. 67 total yards of offense. Derrick Henry has -7 yards at halftime. You knew it'd be tough to run the ball against this Cleveland Browns defense, but I didn't expect it to be this ugly. Third down's been abysmal today. And, Tannehill's not going to throw for 300 yards, but if he can just pick up the 5, 6, 7, today it's been 10, 11, 12 on third down that's needed, then the Titans are going to be in good shape. But, the final drive was really encouraging. A couple huge plays by D-Hop and Chris Moore going up and mossing somebody. But you come away with no points. And once again, if you even just hit a field goal there, you ride into halftime with a little momentum, but
if we were
cannot take a sack.
Yeah, 13-6 game. If we were sitting here right now talking about one score after as bad as that was, I think we view this as a dub. Like we're like, okay, that was as bad as it can get, and it's only a one-score game. I have a lot of issues with everything. Well, I just tweeted out right now. That might be one of the sloppiest, worst first half efforts I've ever seen from the Titans. I mean, it was bad all the way around. Andre Dillard sucked, and he's a problem. He's a problem. He is getting his lunch eaten, bullied, stuffed in a locker in a swirly from Myles Garrett. Looks helpless out there. Bad. Christian Fulton, my patience is damn near gone with Christian Fulton. Like, it's not just getting beat, it's his failure as a tackler. It's big penalties and inexcusable situations. On 2nd and 26, Deshaun Watson makes one of the most boneheaded plays I've seen from a professional quarterback in years, literally throwing the football backwards 20 yards. Christian Fulton comes right back, tackles Amari Cooper for a pass interference call, and completely bails him out. Like, my patience with him and Andre Dillard and some of these bums the Titans keep playing that single-handedly cost them football games is pretty much gone at this point. So, hot seat for him, hot seat for Andre Dillard. Dillard gives up that sack to Myles Garrett at the end that doesn't allow the Titans to even get a field goal attempt off. And, like, I love to sit here and mope about Ryan Tannehill. He hasn't had a shot today. I mean, like, the offensive line giving Derrick Henry zero room to run puts Ryan Tannehill in a bad spot, and he hasn't had a lot of time to throw. Like, it's bad all the way around right now. And, Jack, even the good players who I would say are playing well, like the Titans gave up a touchdown, which I thought at the time that might be the difference in the game, and it looks like it might be, or maybe it was just a field goal, whatever it was. But you gave up a big, long scoring drive, missing sacks on Deshaun Watson. Like, you have him wrapped up, and we talked about this. Don't let him extend plays. And Jeffrey Simmons, Arden Key, like, we can't wrap up and make a tackle.
Yeah, it's been frustrating. And, Austin tweeted out something that I didn't think of at the time, but how big is Sean Murphy Bunting getting tackled on the scoop and potentially score situation that he had there.
Yeah.
If he houses that, this game's totally different.
He picks it up clean the first time. It's
Mhm.
probably a touchdown, but he kind of bobbled it the first time and had to re-pick it up and ended up getting caught. I mean, yeah, it's a huge difference in the game.
And here we are. Titans have 4 penalties for 60 yards. They've come at inopportune times, and they're 1 for 7 on third down. Technically, you can make a case that they're 2 for 8 with that pass interference call on Treylon Burks. But here's the down and distance they faced today: 3rd and 3, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 5. Of course, you're going to go 1 for 7 if you're looking for 10 or more yards. They have not helped themselves out on 1st and 2nd down. Andre Dillard's getting beat like a drum out there. He looks more like Dennis Daly today than we've seen from him this season, and it hasn't been a good start to the year for Dillard. They're going to have to figure something out there, and the quick game simply isn't getting home for the Titans. Like, if it weren't for those 2 throws to Hopkins and Moore, I mean, we're talking about a Titans first half with less than 40 yards of total offense.
They had 13 net yards of offense going into that drive. But like, how do you have both those plays and then not come away with points? Like, that's how deflating and defeating this first half is. And like Zach says, well, we need to wake up. I don't know what you do though. Like, Andre Dillard is bad. He's not a left tackle. He's not a good football player. I've seen enough at this point. Like, I'm tired of sitting here being like, oh, jury's still out. He needs chip help. If you need chip help that badly on every single play, you're not good. You're not, like, you don't belong starting on an offensive line. I get it. Myles Garrett is good. This is not a this week problem with Andre Dillard. He was bad last week. He was bad the week before. He got his lunch eaten by Arden Key throughout all of training camp as well. Like, this is now 8 weeks in the making since like the beginning of training camp that Andre Dillard has been bad as your left tackle. But I don't know what you do. I don't know what the answer is.
Well, the answer has been for when the Titans offense has been clicking, using the play action. But with Dillard getting beaten this badly, Tannehill may not have time to sit back there on a play action pass and set his feet and deliver a ball down the field. But I do think the shot plays at the end of the first half give you confidence. Maybe take some more shots down the field. It's going to be tough to nickel and dime this Browns defense all the way down the field for a touchdown. But at some point, the Titans are going to have to find pay dirt. It doesn't seem like it's going to be Henry that gets them there. It's probably going to have to be through the arm of Ryan Tannehill. And it's tough. This Browns secondary with Denzel Ward making plays. And the Titans are lucky to only be down 13-3 because Amari Cooper did not step out of bounds on that catch. You mentioned Fulton's had a rough day out there on the island, but I mean, this could very much be, a 20-3 game here. So the Titans have gotten away with some stuff, but in order to kind of cut into neutralize this Browns pass rush and this Browns defense, they've got to take shots down the field. You don't have to hit them all, but just one 30-yard bomb to Burks or D-Hop or Chris Moore down the field. And you can start to really do some things, put some points on the board.
Yeah. Big time Timmy Tay says Radens to left tackle. Maybe that's the answer. Like, I don't know. I'm not too inclined to believe they would do that at this point. I don't know if you have an answer. We'll see. Peter Skoronski not being healthy right now hurts because it takes away your ability to throw somebody in there at left tackle. So
I will say the good thing is about Chris Hubbard coming in is once NPF suspension is over, maybe then you have an option at left tackle behind Dillard. But as of right now, there's nobody
Hubbard
behind
the left tackle, and so that could be coming to an end. But you got to get through week 6. Jack, let's move on here. Let's get to the question for halftime. Every halftime, we're asking the question: what's your confidence level in the Titans winning this game versus the Browns in the second half? 1 to 10. 1 to 10. What is your confidence level in the Titans winning this game? I'd imagine we're not going to see a ton of high scores. Jack, what number are you going with for this Titans second half?
Yeah, I'm sitting at a 3.2 right now, Sam.
That feels
3.2 because look, the Titans have muddied it up and they're winning the turnover battle, but they're still getting dragged around out there all over the place. Something needs to change. There needs to be another turnover, a pick, a strip sack like the one that Myles Garrett nearly had on Ryan Tannehill in the first half. Thankfully, Derrick Henry, we see a lot of superstars just look at that football and not touch it. Derrick Henry diving on the ground, leading by example. I'm at a 3.2 because I'm just not sure that the Titans can get the running game going. And without the running game, it's hard to really suck a secondary in with a play action pass. So right now I'm at a 3.2.
Derrick Henry has -7 rush yards. David Allen's at a 3. Derek's at a 0. Will's at a 1. Hammer's at a 1. 3 for Major Keys. 0, 1, 3, 3, 2, 0, -0, 3, 6, -10, -10. 6 is probably going to be the highest we see from Adrian. 2, 4, 5, 3.8, 2, 2, 2.5, 3, 2-ish, 1, -1, 3.5. Brian's coming in with an 8. That's our highest so far. Brian is bringing the confidence so far. I've got a 10 from memory mix. I don't know where that 10 is coming from. Jack, I'm at a 2. I'm at a 2. And 2-ish was probably the right way to put it. It's low. Like everything bad. Everything bad. Because even the good stuff, like your deep ball to Hopkins, your deep ball to Chris Moore, comes away with no points. You've got an absolute liability at left tackle, an absolute liability in the secondary in Christian Fulton right now. Your defensive line, which is your strength, hasn't been able to finish the job when they get after the quarterback. You would like to say, okay, let's get into drives and run the football. You can't run the ball. -7 rushing yards for Derrick Henry. I don't know where you turn. I don't know what the answer is. It felt like a big play could have been the answer to put some life into this offense. You get 2 of them, you come away with no points. So
here's the good thing, though.
I don't know how you neutralize Myles Garrett. He's got 2.5 sacks at halftime and probably could have more.
Yeah, I mean, Dillard's going to need help all day. So you're really working with 9 guys to get, on offense against, full 11, because Tannehill obviously, is the quarterback there. But, it's the Titans get the ball to start the second half here, which is good, especially after you kind of really built something there. You just ran out of time at the end of the first half. So continue with that momentum, get on the board, whether it's 3 or 6.
It's
and
a
I think that really
classic excuse to coping. Well, we just ran out of time. We were good.
Well, it was poor.
Look, we ran out of time.
You can't give up a sack in that situation.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would like to say Tannehill can't take one, but he had 0 time. I mean, that ball was snapped and then he was on the ground. So you got to come away with points on this first drive. Really, really kind of start to physically,
it's huge too.
Impose yourself in the run game.
You get those 3. You can go down 6. You have the ball coming out of half. There's a semblance of hope. 10 points. I don't know where 10. Like your defense has to play perfect half, because I think if you give up even a field goal and you're looking at down 13, like I don't know where 2 touchdowns are coming from. It feels like you have to pretty much be on your P's and Q's and play a perfect half here in the second half.
It feels like they need a big play on special teams today, doesn't it? Like in order to pull this one off on the road, something special.
I mean, you need a punt that gets muffed that you come away with and like steal a possession. You need a
Mason Kinsey's up today. He had a nice return in his only opportunity.
But it needs to be a touchdown, Jack. Like we've seen the big plays, we've seen the good field position. Sean Murphy-Bunting makes the play to get them the ball in the red zone. They go -9 yards and kick a field goal. Like you're going to need 6 points from a unit that's not your offense, but sounds like the game's coming back here. Kickoff for the second half, getting ready. Guys, dial in, buckle in, and we'll be back post-game, Jack and I, talking about everything. Bear down with us, and let's see if we can, find a way to find 13 or plus points and get a win. Like I said, A to Z Sports will be back post-game. See you guys later.